Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. I can see the comment section is already jumping. Big up to everybody who is tuned in. Make sure you keep all of your questions and comments Manchester United related. Please make sure you do so. Apologies on the lateness as well, people. That is totally on me and not Ivorian. Totally on me. But what does Madon, the great Matisse, say? Lateness is greatness. It's really not, but it sounds cold. So yeah, again, my apologies, people. The show will be half full, but that's what these things happen. So all I can do is apologize. But I'm here, myself, flawless, Mr. Take Note, aka Man of the People, aka the People's Prophet, and it's great to be joined again by my guy, Mr. Red United TV. Ivorian is in the building. Ivorian, what are you telling me first and foremost?
Big up to everyone that's tuning in right now. It's been a good week for us as well for Manchester United fan. Wembley's just round the corner for us. Yeah, which is true. But some news, and it's deadline day, Flawless. It is deadline day, and so much to talk about regarding our beloved club, Manchester United. But big up to everyone. Your boy Ivorian Spice is here, bro.
And Ivorian mentioned it there in regards to Manchester United. It's deadline day and our beloved club actually looked like it's doing business. And that was the one thing I said on yesterday's edition of ManDem United when I was talking about the Eriksen injury. The only silver lining, it's actually a gold lining, is if we do now go into the transfer market and get somebody. I was banging on about it this entire month, the entire season, about our lack of depth, not just in midfield, but all across the pitch, and why our squad why we were never in a title race, why we were never good enough to go and compete for a Premier League title, because our squad is too thin. So you can see from the title, people, MARCEL, Sabitzer to Manchester United, and obviously Christian Eriksen injured long term. So I'm sure the majority of the questions are going to be on Sabitzer. I ain't going to lie, I don't know a lot about him. But I was just over the moon. We was linked with a midfielder. I don't know what type of profile of midfielder he is. I don't know who to compare him to. I'm hoping Ivorian knows more than me. I know the chat definitely will. Obviously, Des is in the chat. I know Bundesliga is his league. He knows. I was just at the point where I was like, get me a midfielder. I don't care who the midfielder is. Get me a central midfielder, because we cannot play 2 games per week and play once every 3-4 days in February, March, and April with just Casemiro, McTominay, and Fred. That just makes no sense. Even if all 3 of them were world class, I'd still be talking like this, because you need to have backup. We are playing too many matches. Injuries will happen. Suspensions will happen. Loss of form will happen. Different styles for different fight styles are going to be needed. But before we continue, over 40 of you lot locked in, which is big. But like check. We're not even at 20. We're only at 16 likes. Let's go up to 30 likes, people. We're gonna attempt to double it. So we're looking for 30 likes. We're just over doubling it. But yes, let's get up to 30 likes, people. Everyone who's locked in right now, hit that like button immediately. Now over 50, but we're still looking for 30 likes. And like I said, get your questions in. I will run through the comments as well, and share this across all of the socials. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. We recently just went over 5K people a couple days ago, so it's now rolled to 6K on the channel. And subscribers, we're at 5,068. We're looking for 2 new subscribers, people. 2. We're just looking to get to 5,070. That is the next milestone. I know all 50 of you lot are not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button, man. It helps the channel, and hit the like button as well. Let's hit these milestones early, people. But out the gate, you man are quick. You man are more awake than me right now. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you lot. And don't forget, link is in the pinned comment for the membership. And on top of that, Ivorian's channel is in the title as well. Red United TV. Big up to Daredevil, who says, big up Flawless and everyone else. Love from the USA. Eriksen injury is a big blow, which is why we need midfielders. Hope for the best. Come on, you Red Devils. RJ says, big up everyone. Chris says, Sabitzer. That's funny, and that. RJ says, Marcel Sabitzer is due to fly to Manchester shortly as Manchester United race to complete a loan deal from Bayern Munich before deadline day. Big up to Jez, who says, big up everyone. Like and subscribe to the channel. You can see Ivorian's channel here. Smash that like button. Make sure you do, though. Yes, I'm going to ask Jez about, obviously that's his league for those that don't know. Our resident German in the city of Sarcasm, so he knows all about that. This is worrying. You know what I'm saying? That Ryan says this because he says Sabitzer is actually an upgrade on Eriksen. I don't know how true that is, because like I said, I don't know about Sabitzer whatsoever. Like in terms of how good he is, his profile, none of that. I'm just happy we signed a midfielder, because one thing I do know, he's better than McTominay and Fred. That's one thing I can guarantee without seeing the brother play.
Here
Guarantee
we
that.
go.
Yep. Wakanda's Forever says, big up Flawless, big up to you as well. Good to see regulars in the chat, new people in the chat as well. Jez says, in terms of what he can offer, Eriksen can do in the deep in terms of what he can offer, Eriksen can do in the deep areas of the midfield, in my opinion. I don't think so. But going forward, if he can hit the ground running, he can offer something in the final third. Okay. Hey, Jez, who would you say is like currently in the Premier League? Is there any other midfielder? And I'm not talking in terms of skill and quality. I'm talking in terms of profile and playing style. Is there another midfielder who you can compare him to in the Premier League? Oh, and he's checked it. Here we go. Yeah, flawless check. Fabrizio tweet is confirmed that here we go. And we on the live.
No, he hasn't said here we go. Manchester United have agreed everything. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. He says Manchester United have agreed personal terms with MARCEL, Sabitzer. He has immediately accepted and he wants to work under Erik ten Hag. He will be in Manchester later tonight, waiting for a breakthrough in the talks between Manchester United and Bayern Munich on a loan deal. And this was 3 minutes ago. And you can see there's pictures from United reports videos of him going to the airport right now as we speak. He ain't doing the Peter Odemwingie where he's got no. You remember that from that Peter Odemwingie waiting outside Old Trafford without no permission, waiting to sign. He ain't that situation. He's been given permission.
Absolutely. And yo, over 50 of you lot, we ain't hit the 30 likes yet. We're 4 short, people. Let's bump that up. And again, people, if you want to be a moderator, I'm putting together this top mod squad. I'm gonna start the group tonight. So if you want to be a mod of the channel, if you're regular and you want to help with the live streams, just get at me. Well, drop your @ on Twitter or Instagram in the chat, or get at me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm looking for like a squad of 10 people. So yeah, let me know about that. But yeah, 3 short now of the like check. Let's bump it up. And we've hit 5,070 on the subscriber check. 5,075. That's what we're doing next, people. That's what we are doing next. And yeah, just said it here. He isn't an upgrade on Eriksen. He's waffling. And Chris says upgrade on Eriksen, allow it. As soon as Ryan said it, yeah, the alarm bells was ringing. As soon as Ryan said it and that. And one done says Flawless Saeed is dancing like wow. Yeah, of course he is, man. And I love to my brother Saeed every single time. But we'll go to you, Ivorian. Your thoughts on this deal? It's looking like we're gonna sign Sabitzer on loan. Talk to me. What are you saying?
First of all, let me just start off by being the Karen right now, because obviously it's all good news that Manchester United attempting to sign a midfielder. But why couldn't we do this before? And did it have to take a situation like this for Eriksen to get injured all the way up to probably May or April for Manchester United to act appropriately? I know sometimes you can say, oh, well, they weren't really going to spend in the first place due to the fact that the club are up for sale. But did we have to get into that situation for Manchester United to act? Why couldn't they do that at the start of January? Why couldn't they do that? But enough about me. I won't be a Karen anymore. Regarding the actual situation of the transfer, I'm quite pleased. From what I've seen on the compilation, I'm not going to be here saying that, yeah, I've seen him in the Bundesliga, because I don't watch the Bundesliga. I see highlights of the Bundesliga. From the video that I've seen, from what I've seen a player that can play from deep, pass from deep, intercept, as well. Good at reading the game as well. Again, decent dribbler as well on the ball. And I remember Spitzer from Leipzig as well when he was at RB more than Bayern Munich. In fact, I had no idea he was at Bayern Munich. I thought he was still at RB Leipzig, because this was a player that I'll tell you now. What's his name? A previous manager, not the other guy, the one after the other guy, Ralf Rangnick, would have been a player that he was recommended to Manchester United before he left his role. So I'm happy about it. You know, I'm happy that we've got the extra body in there to fill the void, because that void of Eriksen is going to be missed. Because again, I said to you earlier on, Flawless, before we went live, like I spat my tea out when I heard that Eriksen was out, because I was thinking about McFred, and that hurt the most. Like to just start thinking, oh my God, are we going to be with McTominay in midfield with Casemiro or Fred in midfield? But anything but McTominay, I would have taken Fred instead, or put Lisandro Martinez up there. But yeah, happy about the transfer. I just hope that he can get straight into the team and get things running, because we need him ASAP, as soon as possible. And for the first time in a long time, Manchester United are trying to get a deal done within 24 hours. Okay. Last time that was done was slivering. See on slivering, bro. How do you feel? How do you feel?
I echo that in terms of, again, I don't know a lot about him. I know very little about him. So yeah, I can't really give my thoughts on that. I'm just happy that we are signing a midfielder. That's where we're at. I look at this very similar to how I look at the Weghorst deal, in terms of we needed a body in that midfield. We signed Weghorst, we've now signed Sabitzer. Both not ideal, but both on loan and both help with the now. And people will say, oh, we're big Manchester United. Why are we signing players on loan? Because we're not negotiating from a position of power. I state this all of the time. And look at our team, look at our squad. And teams we are negotiating with know this. Barcelona, I'm very pleased. This is a major step in the right direction that we are managing to get deals like this done. Because I never thought this window we would sign Weghorst on loan. I didn't think we go get a striker on loan. I didn't think we go and sign a midfielder on loan. At the start of January, that's what I was banging on about. This squad needs to be improved. Help Ten Hag. Have we now improved the squad? Yes. We now have an extra body in midfield. Well, potentially extra body in midfield. We have an extra body in attack. We've seen the impact Weghorst has had. And this is just me guessing, and I'll ask Jez in the chat, people that know about these two, that Sabitzer is a better striker than Weghorst is. I mean, Sabitzer is a better midfielder than Weghorst is a striker. And we've seen the impact Weghorst has had. Like, Weghorst has had a positive impact. Because if he's not there, who do we play in these games? Who do we play going away to Arsenal? It's Alanga. Who do we play at home away at Forest? It's Alanga. Who do we play away at Palace? It's Alanga. He's a major upgrade on Anthony Alanga, Weghorst, whether you rate him or you don't. And Sabitzer will be a major upgrade in that midfield area as well. He'll start. So therefore, he's a major upgrade. Is he the levels and the final level we want to be? No. But for January, where we are now and what we're competing for, we need players. We need another midfielder. Like, I seen us get linked with Yannick Carrasco. Why are we settling for one? We need all of the help we can get. Go get more players. But I'm just happy about it because it will help Ten Hag. And these two signings could be the reasons why we are successful this season, or more successful. I'm now looking at the Manchester United season and going, it's not a question of if we're going to have a successful season. How successful are we going to be? Is it going to be one trophy? Is it going to be 2 trophies? Or is it going to be 3? That's legit how I am looking at it. Let's check the light check as well before we continue. We're over 30. Big up to you lot. 33, big up. All right, let's go 40 people. We're looking for 8 more. Let's go to 40 likes in terms of the like check. Come on, let's get on it. Like check 1 2 1 2. Continue to get your Manchester United questions in for me and Ivorian, because we got Sabitzer, we got Eriksen being injured out. We got Ten Hag stating that both Jadon Sancho and Anthony Martial will be in the squad. He'll be available as well. But yeah, let's bump this up. We're looking for 5 more new subscribers, people. Hit the subscribe button. And like I said, get us up to 40 likes. All of this stuff helps. But yeah, I'm just happy that Manchester United seem to be doing good business. You know what I'm saying? In the January transfer window. Yeah, go on, fam.
I am pleased too, because I never expected Manchester United to do anything in January. I thought it was going to have a quiet January and they won't act on anything compared to our competitors, like, for example, Arsenal and Chelsea. The way Chelsea have been splurging, we need to report them to financial fair play for this kind of behavior. It's not normal, bro. You can't be spending this type of money. But yes, Arsenal as well, getting Trossard, and also confirming today that potentially what's his name might be signing for them, Jorginho. So we have to, move and compete with our competitors, especially in the transfer window in January. People say you can't find quality in January, but it's not true, Flawless. It's not true.
Agree.
It's a myth. You can find gems in Flawless. We found Patrice Evra and Nemanja Vidic in the January transfer window, and look how that turned out to be. It didn't start off great, but look at how it ended, the end game of that. Even a Bruno Fernandes in January. So it's possible to find gems in January. It's just whether you're willing to do it and look for it, and if you've got the right setup. But again, I'm pleased that we've brought in another midfielder, because we needed another midfielder. We couldn't just hang our hopes on Eriksen and Casemiro throughout the whole season and Bruno Fernandes, even though Bruno doesn't get injured. But we couldn't hang our hopes on that throughout the season. We know that burnout was coming. Come on. Last week was like, Eriksen looks tired. One little tackle, he's injured. And that's what happened. It wasn't a little tackle. It was a scissor tackle. But
terrible tackle by, I get what you're saying. Terrible tackle by Ivorian, man. I mean, by Andy Carroll.
On overplayed legs as well. So, I'm pleased with that, man. I hope Manchester United can surprise us a bit more, but that's too much. That's asking for too much, A beggar can't be a chooser right now. Right now, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's legit what it is. Yeah, big up again, everyone tapped in. Continue to share this across all of the socials, man. Like I said, continue to hit the like button, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Ethan there saying, I'm personally not feeling Sabitzer. Doesn't offer us anything special. It's not about offering us anything special. We need improvement. Does he improve our squad? Yes. Does he currently, with Eriksen injured, improve our first 11? Also, yes. It's all about improvement. It's not about feeling special. This ain't Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? And that's in a couple weeks' time. It's not about feeling special. We need functional. You know what I'm saying? And that man is saying, oh, I don't like the car. It doesn't have heated seats. Does it get you from A to B? That's what it is. I'm saying, man, I'm telling you that the house doesn't have heated floors. Yo, does it have a roof and working appliances and electricity and water and a bath? You know what I'm saying? And things of this nature. That's where we're at. We can't ask for extras. We're not in the position to be asking for luxuries. It's about necessities. You know what I'm saying, when I'm saying, yo, why is my belt not Gucci and we got no milk in the fridge? That's where we're at. That's what Sabitzer is. You know what I'm saying? He's milk. He's like, all right, let's get some milk in the fridge. Like his priorities. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, oh, I want it to be almond milk. Yo, you better drink this red top milk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate red top milk. I prefer the blue top, but yo, you gotta drink what you gotta drink. What's there? You know what I'm saying? What you can afford. And that's where we're at, unfortunately. I'm the reason why I'm over the moon about Sabitzer, even though I know very little about him, because I know one, he's an improvement we have, and two, we need a body. Similar to the same to Weghorst. I don't know what it is, and if it's Manchester United's good form and Ten Hag being way ahead of his schedule, that's made people lose sight of where our team is and where our squad is in terms of quality and how far away we are in terms of squad off of going to compete for a Premier League title. Not win, compete. We are still 4, 5, 6 players short, in my opinion, of going to compete for a Premier League title, to go and compete for the Champions League. Winning's a whole different conversation. That's what I would say. Jez here says, considering the late situation of Eriksen and United don't have the money available, I think it can be a good deal considering it's just 6 months. Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Jez says, off my head right now, an athletic James Ward-Prowse at his best, but just thinking of it straight away. Goes on to say he made the move to Leipzig to Bayern, but he just struggled with injuries and never gotten a chance to get consistent game time, with Kimmich and Goretzka being ahead of him. Big up Disgruntled Blogger says, big up Mr. Algorithms and Ivorian just jumped in. I'm not sure what's been said, but Saeed has said several times the board's never proactive, just reacts to circumstances. Yeah, go on, Ivorian.
And that's the problem. That's facts right there. Just knowing that Manchester United probably found out that Eriksen won't be able to play for 3 months. You can clearly see that was a reactive move to get Spitzer in. So point proven right there, man. Bang on. Big up Eddie, though. Big up my Kenya brother.
Yeah, big up Eddie. And we know every time, large up Eddie, we know our board's proactive. I mean, not proactive and reactive. We know if Eriksen stays fit and is healthy, we probably don't go and get Sabitzer, which is stupid. Why would you not go and try and help this manager? Look at what he's cooking up. I keep saying this. These ain't his ingredients. You know what I'm saying? He's working with some C, D, E plus ingredients, and he's still cooking up gourmet meals. This ain't his kitchen. That ain't his cooker. You don't have his seasoning or his Dutch pot. But yet he's still cooking up a storm, Ten Hag. So why not back this man? You know what I'm saying? Imagine what he can do when he has all of his tools at his disposal. That's how I'm looking at it, because we way ahead of schedule. Way ahead of where I thought we'd be. If you would have told me by January, you'd be talking about, Manchester United are going to win 2 trophies, I'd be like, nah. I'm very confident we win 2 trophies. And we'll discuss, obviously, Manchester United drawing West Ham at home in the FA Cup 5th round as well. Lad says, flawless, I'm so gassed. I've watched enough of him at Leipzig. Buying his competition was insane, so couldn't nail down a spot. But this is fantastic. This is a fantastic upgrade on Eriksen for now. Top signing, says lads. All right, Fez. Juddy Sports says, flawless, private plane set to land in Manchester around 8 p.m. He reminds me of Owen Hargreaves. Sabitzer is available to play in the Crystal Palace fixture. One thing I'm hearing that you just said there, Juddy, and Jez said, is man mentioning his athleticism, which is what I like. If he can get up and down and be box to box, he can be very useful, because then we have Casemiro who's in there like that in terms of energy. Bruno also offers that as well. So we'll have players who, and then you add in Fred as well. All them players got that dog in them. And that's what we got to do. We got to dog this out to the end of the season. It ain't going to be pretty, but we got to do what we got to do. Ad says this guy can play in 7 different positions, great at build-up play and ball playing ability, can pass, shoot, tackle. He is a complete midfielder. What a shrewd signing. Hats off to my manager. Hey, that's a big compliment, Ad, and I hope you're right.
And absolutely, because we know our manager's shrewd, meticulous, and for him to eye out Sabitzer and say yes, he'll be a good fit. It only means he'll be a good fit. I trust in my manager. And I know Flawless, you trust in the manager. And I know everyone here on Sarcasm City trusts the decision that our manager makes, because he makes the right moves, make the right decision. There are times he does the odd things that you're thinking, why? But Erik ten Hag knows the type of player he wants and the profile of player to fit into the way he wants Manchester United to play. So again, this can only be a good thing, you know, whenever Erik ten Hag brings in a player. I trust that, man. Yeah, it's good business in my opinion. You know, it was a player that everyone was after, well sought for at RB Leipzig. Yeah, and for him to go to Bayern Munich, it can only mean how good he is. And just like YG just said, he's been unlucky with injury, and to get into that midfield with Kimmich and of course Goretzka with Gravenberch as well, not even getting a look in at all. It just says that he's a good player, regardless. So again, even if he's been injured, when he comes to Manchester United, Ten Hag will get him shining. Ten Hag will tune him right. Ten Hag will make sure and show us exactly what we signed. So again, fantastic, man. I'm happy. I'm happy with somebody. We needed someone. We can't hang our hopes on McFred, and it's unfair for young Kobe Mainoo to step in as well, because he's not ready yet.
He's a kid. People really want to throw in a kid who's not played first team men's football and say, all right, you're going to play next to Casemiro and be the guy who gets us to a Europa League trophy, a FA Cup trophy, a Carabao Cup trophy, and help us compete for top 4. That's unfair on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so unfair. And people, it's not like we're integrating him into the squad and there's someone in front of him. People are talking about, have him first team. What?
No, bro. He's a kid, man. He's still in school, bro. You know?
What? I'm like, no. And this reiterates why all the time why I say I'm so glad that Manchester United fans are far away from Manchester United Football Club, myself included, that we have no impact in terms of their day-to-day decision makings of our football team. Because we would just have, a lot of our fan base would just have a load of academy kids out there. That's not the way forward, people. You know, the pool of players Manchester United are picking from in terms of who are good enough and the quality we need is small. And I'm saying on a worldwide scale. So what are the odds of getting them through the academy? There's a reason barely any of our academy kids make it at Manchester United Football Club, but they make it in football, whether they go play in the Premier League, whether they play in the Championship, League 1, League 2. Manchester United, there's Carrington players all across the Football League, all across the English Football League. Like, I was even watching, what game was it? I can't remember what game it was. It was a Carabao Cup game, FA Cup game, and I seen Robbie Brady. He's from Carrington. I can't remember what team it was, but I seen him. I'm like, oh, that's a United graduate. So yeah, like, it's nonsense what people are on. But yeah, we got just under 60 people in here. We're at 44 likes, 6 more. Get us up to 50 people. Get us up to 50. We now got over 60 people in here, which is big. Like check 1212, man. Let's get us up to 50 likes. People, we're still 4 short of the next subscriber milestone, which is 5,075. We're 4 short. Hit the subscribe button if you are new, people. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you do so. Yes, we're 4 short of that, and we're 6 short of the like check as well. It's big up to Emma who says it here. Getting some stopgap signings alone is actually kind of good business. So we're not stuck with them after, in my opinion. It is. That's the thing. If he comes here and he's awful, we send him back to Bayern. Because we need, whether he stays or not, we still need midfielders. Even if he's cold and Eriksen comes back, we still need midfielders. We can't just go cast Sabitzer Eriksen. No. And Fred, no, go again, sign another one as well. Big up to Eddie who says, I haven't seen enough of the guy to make a decision, but he's not Bruno, so I'm a believer. Ryan says, Flawless is happy about Sabitzer because his name isn't Scott McTominay. Yes. Yes. You are 100. This is one of the realest things you ever said, Ryan. Yes. Like, that's what it is. Absolutely. Yeah, you say McTominay has that dog in him as well, but you also need skill to go with that.
Absolutely.
What Casemiro has is an extreme skill set. You know what I'm saying? You have to have skill with that. Older TG says, Sabitzer is an upgrade on Eriksen. He has more stamina. He's better defensively. Creative-wise, he isn't far off, and his shooting and set pieces are elite as well. Let me know in the chat. Is he a good set piece taker? Yeah, go on.
I've seen him take some long shots from the compilations I've seen, and he's quite cold with the long range shots. But I'm not too sure whether he's a very good set piece taker, because I saw the whole 8-minute clip and I didn't really see him take that much set pieces. But from what I've seen, he looks good. Like I said before, from his good on the ball, an eye for a pass as well. Gets himself about. Looks like he's very, very aggressive as well, and of course covers the ground really well. So it looks like a 10 type of signing. Someone that works hard and technically gifted, and as well calm and composed in certain area. And I'm hoping his mentality as well is great too, so he can be infectious to the squad and help us compete in a competition.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Noah as well.
Yeah, big up Noah, big up everybody. RH says, big up the panel. Manager will cook second half of the season. Look what he's done already. Era's come to an end in capital letters, and he's put the Jamaican flags. Love to see my Jamaicans in the building. Love that. Love to see all my Caribbeans in the building. Big up everyone, man. Sarcasm City really is worldwide, and I love that. So again, I appreciate all of you lot who are locked in as well. And just said it there, he's reliable on set pieces. Because our set piece takers aren't the best. So if we now have targets to hit with the likes of Veghorst, who's good in the air. You've got Varane, who's decent in the air. Martinez, for his height, is decent in the air as well. Casemiro is much better in the air than expected. Rashford is no slouch in the air. Neither is Martial. I'm saying Maguire, when he's on the pitch, is the same. So yeah, if he's a good set piece.
No, don't. Just rewrite and remove what you just said. That guy's shitting. He's not good in the air. 6 foot something in the air. I've never really seen him win anything in the air and win the head and score a header, bro, for us, bro. How many times have we seen that, bro?
You know what? You know what's gonna happen now? You said that. You're gonna score from a set piece. Guaranteed.
I said that's fantastic. But from what I've seen Maguire in the air, I said, bro, this guy's big and tall for nothing and strong for nothing. I've seen him be put on the floor on several occasions, you know, when he steps out of line in defense. And I've seen him not really do anything in the air when it comes to the set pieces. Come on, Flawless. We had a whole season where we only scored 2 set pieces. None of them was Maguire. None of them was Maguire.
The reason why we was poor from set pieces, not only we were bad in the air, he was taking the corners and free kicks.
I think Luke Shaw, and
Bruno.
I remember is Bruno as well. But then again, we never had an organized team when we set up for set pieces. You know, look at where we come from. You know, even this season we haven't scored from that much set pieces, but we've seen a couple of them pull off.
Yeah, now you're right. You know what I'm saying, and that's how I'm looking at it. Like we don't have a set piece specialist. So like if he's good from set pieces, that's a big plus. Whether it's corners or free kicks or both. Someone said it there. Yeah, see, I knew I weren't tripping with Maguire. Ed says Maguire's winning the first ball percentage ain't that bad, to be fair, but sadly he just doesn't score that often. Yeah, he's better at defending set pieces than he is.
I bet you Alessandro Martinez outshines him in winning the ball in the air defensively and offensively, because I've seen that from the start of the season. That guy wins majority of all these aerial duels. I'm not too sure about Maguire, man. I am not too sure. Like I said before, I don't know why he's 6 foot something and he's always getting floored on the floor by anybody. So yeah, man, it's a question. It's questionable in my opinion. But again, maybe because I have an agenda. I think so. I may have a hidden agenda. I haven't discovered it myself.
At least you're honest and being like, yeah, I have a hidden agenda.
Yeah,
I respect it. Then
I'm not
I know where
that
it's coming
from.
from.
Like doesn't admit that he's got a hidden agenda. I'm gonna tell you, I don't have a hidden agenda against Maguire. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, fairs. Big up to Red United, and that's me, Flawless, the legend. Hey, big up to Noah and that large of everyone. Oh, it says it here, yeah. Oh, yeah, I went through this, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, if he's an upgrade on Eriksen, cool. You know what I'm saying? And that he seems like a different type of player. I'm just happy we have a midfielder to put in there. Because one thing I do know about him, he's an upgrade on Kobe Mainoo, Zidane Iqbal, McTominay, and Fred. That's what I do know. So yeah, that's what it is. Where else Jody says, Flawless, Ten Hag spoke to him. Gosh, I love my manager and what he's building. Imagine him with new owners and money to play with. They don't want us on smoke now. Like, people are upset about how like me and Ivorian are talking now in 6 months. And we haven't even won anything yet. So imagine what happens when we start winning things. What happens when we start competing for major honors and the smoke we're going to be on. But everybody seems happy, to be honest. The Chelsea lot seem happy with what's going on. City will go again. Arsenal fans are extremely happy for obvious reasons. It's really only Liverpool that's struggling. You know what I'm saying, and long may it continue. Shout out to my guy, Jonathan. Shout out to Ryan, all the Liverpool fans. Hold on. I'm saying Spurs are going through it, but Spurs are always going through it. So that's
Spurs been
nothing.
Spursy, bro. It's normal.
Yeah. It's normal. So like they used to it. Like we know what they're like. And we've gone over 50 likes. We're now 6 short of 60. 60 likes is the next milestone, people. Let's bump that up to 60 likes. Don't forget, subscribe to Ivorian's channel. The link is in the title. You can click the link. It will open up a new tab. You can go subscribe there, and you can find all of his socials, all of the Manchester United content he'll be doing. You catch him here every Tuesday as well. And we're 5 short of 60 likes. Let's bump this up, people, to 60 likes. And we're just refreshing on the subscriber check as well. We are now... Let's see. This thing, my laptop just refreshing, people. We're 2 short of the subscriber mark. We're looking to get to 5,075. There's over 60 of you lot locked in. I know everybody has not hit the subscribe button. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, check out the upcoming live stream schedule. Also hit the like button as well. So we're 2 short of the subscriber mark, 5 short of the like button. 1 short now. Let's get up to 60 likes, people. And continue to get your questions in. So yeah, we've spoken on Sabitzer. Eriksen will go there. Long-term injury is looking like very, very unfortunate because he's been key. They're saying April, May, which is pretty much the season done. Thoughts, Ivorian?
It's not good. It's not good at all. I'm considering the fact that he's been a big help in our midfield in terms of creativity as well. I'm not sure if Sabitzer's as creative as Eriksen is. And as effective as Eriksen in all parts as a midfielder in terms of set pieces, free kicks as well. But I know Sabitzer is good at finding long range pass balls and short passes as well, and also driving. He's much more better at driving through the middle compared to Eriksen is coming from deep, because this is for Eriksen. We all know that this is quite new in terms of playing as a 6/8 kind of in the 6/8 kind of position, because he's used to playing as number 10. Which is true. So he's playing deeper than he is, but he did say he enjoyed it. But yeah, again, like I said before, I was saying earlier, it's a bit of a disappointment, because we needed him against a team like Barcelona in the Europa League to get further and further in the competitions. Now I just feel like we've lost a bit of creativity in our midfield. I'm hoping that Sabitzer replaces that void, even if it's not up to that level, but at some level where we can still create from midfield. But Casemiro is there, like you said before, and he creates from midfield as well. He starts off attacks, and sometimes, as you can see, he can finish off an attack as well. But back to the question, it's a big loss for Manchester United. Yes. April is a long way, It's a lot of football that's being missed, And considering what we have this season, every 3 days, game after game after game after game after game, we need the bodies, bro. We need the bodies, bro.
Well,
but yeah, it's a big loss. I hope Eriksen has some miraculous, speedy recovery and comes 2 months back, like a month early. But that's impossible, man. Yeah. But again, we acted on it. We acted on it. That's the most important thing. It would have been a different outlook and intake if you asked me that question. I would probably started crying if we never signed Sabitzer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was worse. Yeah. I woke up today.
I'm a bit more calm now.
For fuck's sake, man. Eriksen out till April. I was like,
that's how our morning started. I was like, for fuck's sake, man. Eriksen is out, man. Oh shit, McFred is coming back. And then towards the end of the day, you're like, oh, we've signed Sabitzer. Okay, all right. I can calm down now. I can calm down. I don't need to be angry at work anymore. I can calm myself down for the rest of the day and go home and have my day. But yeah, man, how do you feel about the Eriksen situation?
Yeah, sick about it because he's such a major loss. Because even the way people are now talking about Sabitzer, what I stated yesterday about Eriksen and been stating about it, we don't have somebody else who can do his job. We don't have an Eriksen profile. Like same way if Casemiro, God forbid, was to get injured, Fred can go in and do his job. Fred doesn't do it to the same level, but we have someone to... There's nobody in our team who does what Eriksen does, and he's key. And that's why I was hoping he was just out for the month of February, because I look at our Premier League fixtures and I go, we can navigate these without Eriksen. You know what I'm saying? Crystal Palace, Leeds twice, Leicester City. Like, these are games we can get by. They'll be tough games, but they're games we can deal with. But you mentioned it. Where he's going to be a major loss is the Europa League game against Barcelona. With space in Europe where he can find those passes, especially against Barcelona on that big pitch at the Nou Camp, the high line they'll probably play at Old Trafford as well. He would have been key. He definitely would have been. So this is why I'm now over the moon about Sabitzer, because Ed says it there. Sabitzer is box to box, but not a playmaker. More gonna run and drive with the ball and link up with attackers. S, just not the same level. So I like that he's gonna be a little bit more physical, offensive, can carry the ball. Eddie says I'm gonna pull up on Andy Carroll. We just gotta talk. Yeah, Andy Carroll got a lot to answer for with that tackle. But Eriksen's a major loss, and people are gonna see it because the criticism he was receiving was way over the top. Was he playing poorly? Yes. But people were acting like he's some scrub. I'm like, yo, this is Christian Eriksen. Have you seen the impact he's had on our team? Go watch us when he doesn't play. The things that he do that are just so subtle and so simple, and just keeping the ball and keeping it ticking over. Just transitioning defense into attack. Just that split second earlier, because he's good enough technically and his footballing IQ is good enough. And playing passes through the line. People see players pass balls through the line and think that's easy. That's not normal, people. That is not normal. Go, and you lot have played 11 aside in the chat. I've played 11 aside. That ain't easy. I play midfield. I'm a 6. You know how hard it is to play balls through the lines? And I'm playing Saturday league level. He's playing against the best of the best, and he does this consistently and has been doing this week in, week out in his entire career. We all know how technically sound and how smart and intelligent Eriksen is. And people were shit. There's a reason he has so many assists. You know what I'm saying? And Fred and Ryan says, I've seen Fred break lines with his passing before. Yes, but he doesn't do it often. It's not Fred's game, and he does it nowhere near to the level of Eriksen. Nowhere near to the level of Eriksen. And this is the point I was making. Passes that Eriksen misplaces, Fred don't even see. Mm-hmm. That's the difference between those two. And that's not a shot at Fred, because things that Fred does, Eriksen can't do it from a defensive standpoint, because they are two separate players. But if I want one of them, if I'm opposition, like, for instance, we play Newcastle in the final. Who do they want to see in the midfield? Fred or Eriksen? It's Fred. That's not even a debate. Mm-hmm. Of course they would. You're not trying to see Eriksen. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, it's ridiculous. No, right? I know you're trolling, but I'm just making that point because people will think that, well, I've seen Fred do this and think I'm taking shots at Fred. Fred is just not of the level of Eriksen. That's all it is. So, yeah, he's a big miss. He's been one of my favorite players this season. I think he's been one of the best signings for us this season. He's been one of the best signings in the Premier League when you look at the fee, because he was free. When you look at the wages, when you look at him playing out of position, Eriksen top quality. Mm-hmm. I say the amount of assists, like the goal, the stats match and the eye test. He passes everything. He passes the stat test. He passes the eye test. What does he know? And he's playing out of position, and his partnership. He helps Casemiro. Don't mistake it. Casemiro is world class. 100%. But he helps Casemiro. Because if Casemiro's playing next to McTominay, he's not putting in that level of performance. Mm-hmm. He'll put in a high level because different gravy, Casemiro. Different. Best side in post-Fergie era, easily. And he's been here 6 months. It's not even a debate. I've seen someone tweet out, I was like, it's Bruno. I'm like, did Casemiro not happen? Like, it's Casemiro. No dispute, no debate. Our best side.
Never had a bad game, and we've sat here before and said, "Yo, Bruno,
he's had average games, but he's had
the stinker today, bro." So we haven't said that about Casemiro since he signed. To be honest with you, Flawless, and everyone probably can agree with me that Casemiro hasn't had a bad game.
No, absolutely. He's had average games, but he's never had a game where I go, "Oh my God, you were shocking," and it will happen. Big up to Mark, who says big up to ManDem as well. Ed said, sorry, I meant his ball winning percentage from set pieces with just regular aerial duels. He's Moist Leach has the best. You're talking about Maguire. Fairs. I'm actually going to ask Statman about it, Fardine. I'm going to message him today and see what he's saying. Statman's manager was killing big subs at Bayern, because I know Statman watches Bayern Munich, so he can tell me about Sabitzer as well. Let's see. Again, you lot continue to get your Manchester United questions in. We're at 63 likes. Let's get up to 70 likes, people. We're looking for 7 more likes to hit the next like milestone. Like check 1212. And we're also looking for, let me see, this is just refreshing right now as we speak. 2 new subscribers still. We're trying to get to 5,075 people. Only looking. There's over 60 of you lot locked in. I know everybody here has not hit the subscribe button. If you are watching, hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the notification bell. And if you haven't hit the like button, you should do that as soon as you land. You know what I'm saying? And to Star-Lord says, what does ManDem mean? Depends on the context in which it's used, Star-Lord. I don't mind questions like this because you don't know. So ManDem is like that. I use it as like a group of friends. So if I'm talking about Ivorian and Eddie and I go, yeah, Ivorian and Eddie. Yeah, I know them, man. That's my ManDem. That just means it's my brethren, it's my friends. That's
Lads, you
how I
know
look
how
at Man.
if he's British, it's the equivalent word to saying lads.
Yes.
If you're
Yes.
American, fellas, you know,
Yes. Yeah,
those
yeah,
are the
yeah, yeah,
fellas,
yeah.
those are the lads, those are the
Yes.
ManDem.
Those are the ManDem. Yeah, lads and ManDem interchange. Where you use
Yeah.
lads, you can use ManDem. Like even with a football team. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the lads I play ball with. Oh, that's the ManDem I play football with.
Yeah.
That's what ManDem means. That's all it is. Eddie says, from what I gather, what we lost in Eriksen's creation, we gained with his ability to carry the ball as well. He might be able to create more combination play with the wingers. I like the fact that people are saying he can carry the ball because we've not had that in our midfield since Pogba. And we know Pogba's like injury record. So if he has any level, if he's moderate at ball carrying, that's such an improvement. Because Casemiro don't carry the ball, Eriksen don't carry the ball, Fred don't carry the ball, McTominay don't carry the ball. So he gives us something different. He can now take players out of the opposition players out of the game, not through passing through the lines, but dribbling past people. And I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I saw a tweet asking people to rate Bruno's time at United since he joined you 3 years ago. How would you rate him out of 10? It's actually a good question, Ryan. About 6. I'd say 6. What are you saying, Ivorian? I'll let you answer this. I'm still here. I'm still listening, but go on, fam. Go on.
I just want to let everyone know that Flawless has an agenda towards Bruno Fernandes or Fernandes or Fernandes, whatever you want to pronounce it. But my opinion in his 3 years, I got 2 words: flawless and inconsistent. The reason why I say flawless because of his GA records is absolutely amazing. Since he's been here, his GA records have surpassed Kevin De Bruyne in goals, returns, and assist record. But no one wants to speak on that because why? Because Kevin De Bruyne performs in the whole 90 minutes, you know, whereas Bruno Fernandes performs for 1 minute and then for the rest of the 89 minutes he doesn't perform. That's why I can say he's flawless when it comes to his stats, but he's inconsistent when it comes to his performance. But under Erik ten Hag this season, bro, I'm seeing a different Bruno Fernandes. I'm seeing a Fernandes that gets involved within the 90 minutes. Although he has his Bruno Fernandes moments where he spams the ball when there's no one there and he's not looking. But now there are players that need to be where they need to be in the position that they need to be because of the manager and worked on their positioning. He's now more effective than he was. And so far, I haven't seen too much of bad games for Bruno Fernandes under Erik ten Hag. So involved in the game now. So I rate him. He's 3 years, like I said before. Overall, you'll probably think, yeah, with the numbers that he's got, he's been good. But if that's if you don't watch Manchester United. But if you do watch Manchester United, you'll have your opinion of like that. But for me, overall, I think it's been a good signing for Manchester United. You're on mute, my brother.
Yeah. What's the number? That's what he asked for. Rate him out of 10. And I don't have an agenda. This guy a joke, man, you know. This guy yapping. You know what I'm saying? But go on.
Flawless has a flawless agenda against Bruno. One day he got hot from Bruno, bro.
Yeah, because Bruno had, my head was hot because that was justified in that. I had a rant. It was like 8 minutes, people. Like I lost it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, big up my brother Saeed in the building as well before you continue. Large of Saeed says Sabitzer. Let's go. Hey, love to Saeed. Saeed, if you want the link, let me know if you're about. I know you got shows coming up, but if you want the link, let me know. But big up to Saeed. Go subscribe to his channel as well. But yeah, go on. Out of 6. I mean, out of 6. Out of 10. Out of 10.
My opinion, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna give him a 7 because of the goals and assists. Yeah, that's the only reason why.
So our marks, how do I have an agenda? And our marks are one-off.
Yeah, well, I know where your marks are going from. I know where your marks are coming from.
But we want that. Don't do that. No. How do you mean? We got both. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. What do you mean? You just said I have an agenda. We both got to rate him out of 10. You gave him a 7. Yeah. Wait, this way. No, wait. Yeah. You gave him a 7. I gave him a 6. This guy a joker, you know. We 1 mark away. You rate him decent. I rate him above average. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'd say a 6 to answer the question with Bruno.
And we give it a 6.5 total. Like, to be fair, you know,
I'm giving him I'm giving him a 6. You know what I'm saying? Straight 6. Not no 6.1, 6. You know what I'm saying? You look, he ain't getting a 5.9. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'd say to that. Big up Star Lord as well for becoming a member, man. Love for Star Lord. The link for the membership is in the pinned comment. He just became a Sarcasm citizen. Much appreciated, Star Lord. Much appreciated, my guy. Good to see you in the chat. I'm saying all the time, big up, man. Much appreciated. Again, you lot get your questions in. It is the ManDem United podcast. So that's why I'm only answering the Manchester United questions, people. That's what it is. See, even Eddie, Eddie gave him a 5. That's how I know I'm not tripping. Because Eddie's not a big fan of
have
his.
agendas. That's all it is.
Nah, Eddie, just Eddie. Yeah, Eddie will say he does. But look, Eddie's only 2 off you. I'm 1 off you. So if I would have gave him a 7, what would you have said?
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, because you know, you gotta deliver, man. You gotta like the goals and assists you can't get away from. Certain performances at certain times you can't get away from. He was a part of certain teams when we was going through great form, especially pre-lockdown. But you gotta deliver a trophy, big man.
Absolutely, which I cannot argue with you on that. But I'm just looking at it overall since he's been here. The factor of Bruno Fernandes coming in, what he's given to us in terms of the goals and the assists. And at times, he's given us joy for us Manchester United fans. And we felt like he was the Messiah that came in and changed things. But somehow that's shifting to Casemiro. But overall, I'll be honest with you, Bruno has been nothing but a revelation to Manchester United's squad. I just hope that he can be consistent in 90 minutes and deliver the GAs that he does, but perform. That's all I want, guys. And you guys probably agree with me that that's what you want to see from Flawless. That's what you want to see from Bruno Fernandes. A consistent performance with the GAs to back it up. Because since he's been performing consistently in a 90-minute performance, his goals and assists has gone down the drain. Maybe because that was a Ronaldo factor. Because you know how Ronaldo sucks up everyone's goals when he's around.
He does.
Yeah.
But yeah. Eddie says, call me. See, the thing is about me, you, and Eddie, we're all honest. Like, if I have an agenda, I tell you, I don't need to have an agenda against Bruno. You know why? Because he gives me enough ammo. It's not like he's balling out. You know what I'm saying? And that it's not like he's balling out and it's like, right, I need to have no, I don't need an agenda against Bruno. He gives me enough bad performances. Look at his performances in the past few games. Look at his Arsenal put. They're away at Palace. Look at away at Palace. Look at away at Arsenal. And what was the game after that? They were away at Forest. He scored 2 goals in 3 matches. That looks cold on paper. Go watch them games. Against Palace, he scored a goal, did nothing else. Against Arsenal, did nothing. Nothing. Against Forest, scored the late goal. Before that, did nothing. And this is where Bruno's a Jedi mind trick. This is why you need to watch games and not just look at stats. Because this sounds wild if you look at it and go, right, he got 2 goals in his last 3 games. That's cold. Go watch them matches, people. He scored the banging goal against Palace, which was a banging goal and did nothing else. Arsenal, he did nothing the entire game. And Forest, he scored late. It was like 90-odd minute or something like that against Nottingham Forest and did nothing else. And that's Bruno for you. You can't be world class and having 3 games of that. Like, you got consistency is key.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is that the only negative thing one of the many negative things I can say about Bruno is the fact that in the big games, he's nowhere to be found. And you're right, absolutely. The game against Arsenal, he wasn't there to be found. The Man City game, he was good, but he could have been a lot much more better. But even in the past, in the big games, he's disappeared in games. So that's the one thing that can just bump up Bruno's if he performs in the big games. That's where it really matters, Flawless. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, like big games and even again, consistency. One thing I agree with Roy Keane on totally is best players do it week in, week out. This guy disappears too much. And I'm not saying be 8, 9, 10 out of 10 every week, but the minimum you should be dropping to is a 6. I see too many 5s, 4s, and 3s. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't be as the number 10. No. When you see Casemiro is the level that we should be at. That's the aim. That's what I hold Manchester United players to, is that level. Even Eriksen, he has games where he drops, but it's not often. But people will get on Eriksen more than they get on Bruno when Eriksen's been better. Bruno's been our worst midfielder this season in terms of starting midfielder. Eriksen's been better this season. Casemiro's been better this season. And I said this the entire last season. With Bruno as our best midfielder, we will win nothing. Now he's our 3rd best and we're on for 3 trophies. That's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. And people don't like me when I say it, but these are the facts. Now someone gonna lie in the chat and say Bruno's better than Eriksen, and he's not. Eriksen not only is playing out, Eriksen is playing out of position and is doing a better job than Bruno in his position. And he's a better 10 than Bruno. That's the crazy part. He's a better 10.
But they're not producing the numbers that Bruno is, isn't it, at the end of the day? Because Bruno's been hella involved in a lot of creative goals and etc. I don't know how he does it. I just don't know how he does it.
Who's our top assister this season?
Who is our top assist this season, Florida? That's an interesting question.
Who do you think it is?
Is it Bruno Fernandes?
No.
Or is it Eriksen?
It's Eriksen.
Eriksen. How many assists?
Yes. I think it's like 11, 12.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
See, this is what I'm saying. This is what
I'm talking
about. Yes,
because he does it. I don't see it.
Because he does it so subtly. That's why he's very subtle. He's extremely subtle with what he does. He goes about his business quietly. He's not Bruno, heavy metal, crash bang wallop, kick the ball up in the air, long balls, and like Bruno is noticeable with his assists. Eriksen's not like that, and he's pitched in with goals out of position, people in a struggling team, and people will get onto him. This is my point that I'm talking about. Like he's just not. He's like. And when I talk like people say, oh, you have an agenda. Poke holes in my argument, people. If you disagree with me, cool. Poke holes in, and I think Bruno's been better this season. Don't get me wrong, which he has. But is he good enough long term? I don't think so. I really don't. And yo, there's over 80 of you locked in. We're too short of 70. We're at 68. Let's get to 80 likes, people. Let's get to 80 likes. We're looking for 12 likes. So like check 1212. Let's hit that like button. The new people who just landed, don't forget that. Don't forget that. And we are, let's see what's going on here. How many subscribers are we still short of that 5,075? We're only looking for 2 new subscribers. That's what we're looking for. Only 2. We're still too short, people. I know all 70 of you lot haven't hit the subscribe button and enjoying the content. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well. Ed says we've got a 7, 6, and a 5, so that's an average of 6 out of 10. Flawless is correct. Yeah, I like that, Ed. Big up to you. Flawless, you won't appreciate Bruno till he's gone. Off the ball, he's top tier. Yes, at the moment, on the ball, he's not been great, but he will come back soon. Give me another number 10 who's better off the ball than he is on the ball. Now, this is the mental gymnastics I talk about to defend this guy. Because when we talk about great number 10s of the past, when we talk about great attacking midfielders of the past, we don't talk about them off. What does this man do with the ball at his feet? If we're not talking about what our attacking players do with the ball at their feet, that tells you all you need to know about the level of this guy. When we talk about David Silva, we don't talk about what he did off the ball. What he did off the ball was great. But we talk about him with the ball at his feet. Paul Scholes with the ball at his feet. Kevin De Bruyne with the ball at his feet. The list goes on. Steven Gerrard with the ball at his feet. Yaya Toure, ball at his feet. If we go outside of the Premier League, Kaka, ball at his feet. Like, this is what I'm talking about as attacking midfielders. But all of a sudden, it's off the ball. One thing I will say, Star-Lord, is to this. Find me a rival fan who wants him in their team. Find me one. And number 2, for an attacking midfielder and he's getting all these goals and assists. How come he's never been my mark before? How come teams have never set up a plan to like, all right, let's stop Bruno Fernandes? Because you know why? Word to Eddie, he be defending himself sometimes. That's what it is. He legit be defending himself. Like, he don't need defending. Like, with his poor performances. Who defended him against Arsenal? Let's talk about it. Because if he would have had a banging game and we win that game 5-3 and Bruno gets 2 goals and assists, people will be in the chat talking about, look at the game that he had against Arsenal, best team in the league. So when he disappears, let's call it out. He disappeared and he played centrally and he played right-hand side. And he was horrific. Was he the only one? No. But if he's this good and he's world-class, then it needs to be spoken about. The reason why I don't mention it a lot, because I understand his level. And this guy has never shown up away from home in a Big 6 game. Maybe it's actually Spurs, but I don't count Spurs. No disrespect. Spurs don't count. Go show up at the Etihad. Go show up at Anfield. Go show up at the Emirates. Go show up at the Bridge. He's never had an 8. He's never had a man of the match performance against any of these sides. And we play Liverpool the 5th of March. Guarantee you Bruno's not man of the match and don't have a good game. Whether we win, I think we'll win the game, but he won't be the star, man. Guarantee it'll be Rashford cooking Trent. Or Gomez might be out there twerking again. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you seen that, fam? Or the Gomez memes?
Yeah, I had to post it over him. He was moving like Ice Spice, bro.
Yeah, it was wild. It's wild in that. It was wild. Yeah, it's crazy. It is. It's nuts. But hey, each to their own, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I don't have an agenda. I've learned that Flawless ain't got an agenda. He just holds Bruno to a high standard. Yeah, I hold all Manchester United players to a high standard. And if you fall short, Bruno's an example of why we haven't won a trophy in 6 years. It's not all on him. I'm saying that level of player. Because people put this guy on the medal. Oh, he led us to this. He led us to what did he lead us to? I'm still waiting for an answer to that question, people. What has Bruno Fernandes led Manchester United to? Somebody let me know in the chat.
He's right now. All I'm seeing is Flawless. His agenda just proved me right. He's gone now. He's gone. He's still going on about it. Like, let's move on from Bruno Fernandes. But you know what? Let's move on from Bruno Fernandes. Even though Bruno Fernandes is involved, of course. As you know, Flawless. There's been a nomination for Manchester United's Player of the Month for January, which includes Rashford, Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes. Now, this also goes to the guys in the comments. Who do you think should win Manchester United Player of the Month?
I do a poll. What's the thing? 1 second. I've run a poll now. What's the options? Give me a sec.
I'm sorry. So Rashford has been nominated. Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes for Man United Player of the Month.
Player of the Month. All right, okay. I'm literally doing that poll now. 1 second. Yeah. See, people, we getting interactive over here at Sarcasm City TV.
You get me, bro. Make sure you guys put your votes in.
Right, so Player of the Month. Who is it? So we got Rashford,
Wan-Bissaka. Just put AWB.
Yeah.
Casemiro and Bruno.
Rashford, AWB, Casemiro,
and Bruno.
Bruno. Right,
cool. Who's been January Player of the Month?
Yeah, Player of the Month. That's out, people. The poll's now in the chat. Player of the Month.
Make sure you put your votes in.
Get your votes. We'll run that pretty much to the end of the stream. Right, and it's over. There's just under 90 of you lot locked in. Big up, big up.
Yes.
Let's get to. We're still free short of 80 likes, and I know the new people who have just joined. Not everybody's subscribed. Some of you lot are new. We welcome everyone here into the city of Sarcasm. But all we ask is you pay the tax. You know what I'm saying? You pay the toll. And all the toll is the like button and the subscribe. That's it. That's the only everything. The membership, that's optional. Everything else is optional. Just hit the like button, share this across the socials, and subscribe. That is legit it. That's all it is. And we've hit the milestone. We're at 5,076. We're now looking for 4 more. We're looking to get to 5,080 people. That's what we're looking for. 5,080. So yeah, let's do that. And as for the likes, we're free short. All right, we just hit 80. We're now looking for 90 people. 10 more. Let's get up to 90 likes, people. And go vote on the poll. Go vote on the poll, man. This is what Sarcasm City's like, man. Interactive. Abdullah here says Manchester United have inquired about Hussein Awar in recent hours. Any deal is not expected to happen. Now they are signing Sabitzer. Why is it not both?
I think it should be both. It should help support what we're going through right now.
Why is it? Because to my knowledge, is I can't even pronounce his name. I'm just calling him
Awar.
He's Awar. I swear he's very similar profile to Eriksen. I could be wrong though.
Could be, similar, but more similar to Bruno and playing the number 10 role. So you're right. You're right. He could be someone that can at the same time come in and fill in the void for Bruno when he needs to come off and get a respite to play that number 10 position. So yeah, Manchester United should be going for both, because at the end of the day, we've also lost Donny van de Beek for the rest of the season. And it's shocking that we actually lost Donny van de Beek before we sat and then had to end up losing Eriksen before we signed Sabitzer. Because that replacement for Donny van de Beek should have happened. Sabitzer should be the replacement for Donny van de Beek, while Awar should be the replacement for Christian Eriksen because he's injured. But Manchester United are not proactive. They're reactive. You know, this is why I say to guys, if Manchester United was a man and you was a woman and you kept on telling Manchester United that you want to leave this relationship but you've been hanging on to it, and the day you decide to leave, that's when he starts doing everything that you asked for. You're like, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late. I'm gone.
Too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late. Absolutely.
It's too late to take me out on dates now. I've asked you to take me out on dates several times, fine dining. The day that I want to leave is the day that you want to step up and start saying, let's go out, babes. I'm sorry. Please have me back. We'll do whatever you want. That's Manchester United for you.
Right. That's why even in your relationships, people, be proactive. I know it's mostly ManDem who are watching here.
Yeah,
be proactive. with your other half, your woman, your lady friend. And same with if there's any females watching, be proactive with the male counterpart. And be proactive. Don't be reactive. Don't be Manchester United board. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, it doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. Don't be like, don't all of a sudden start buying flowers on the day that she wants to leave. Buy flowers before she wanted to leave. Like hear her out or hear him out. Yes. You get me? Yes. Buying the PS5, innit?
Facts. Valentine's Day is coming up, people. ManDem. All the ManDem watching. Be proactive, start getting organized this week. That's what I would say. Start being organized. Do your business early. You know what I'm
Trust me.
Do your business early. Get your signings in early. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till the 13th. Don't wait until that deadline day on Valentine's Day.
On the 14th, bro. You're gonna wait on the 14th to buy a Valentine's Day card and it's all sold out. What the hell, bro? Be ready
to get ready this week. You know what I'm saying? You know what she likes. She talks enough to let you know what she likes and that. Go get what you need to get, people. Start booking wherever you want to go from now. Do that. Start booking places now, people. See, man, we always like to teach and run bands. You know what I'm saying? And how we link it into football as well. Educational, man. So yeah, ManDem, that's what you need to do. But yeah, with this Hassam Aouar, we need to sign him.
Yeah,
if he's available. This is the source is saying Santi_J_FM. I hope so. I hope it is him. And yeah, the votes. I'm looking here. We've had 28 votes.
I think you've influenced your channel. You know, I know Rashford, you're the man. You're the man here, flawless. But
these people always. I'm seeing. You shocked? All right. So Rashford at 43%. Aaron Wan-Bissaka at 7%. Casemiro at 50%, and Bruno at the mighty total of 0%.
No votes.
You go vote for him. Who did you vote for?
I'm not gonna lie, vote for Casemiro.
Yeah, I know you voted for Casemiro. You joke, man. This guy, you know. This guy joke, man. I know you weren't voting for no goddamn Bruno. I'm saying. This guy, joke, man. Go vote, people. Player of the month for Manchester United. You can see it there. Yeah. Wow. And Jez says this source is hit and miss, but I hope it's true. And I hope we do sign him.
I've come across it. And it's quite true in that tweet, because I was seeing it from the United report as well, quoting Santi as well.
So Miguel Delaney here said United considered loan moves for Leicester's Yuri Tielemans and free agent Isco. Why did we not get going for both?
Why didn't we get Isco?
As a backup. Yeah, we need a 10. We do need a 10. People forget that. The only 10 we have is Bruno, and we do need competition for him as well. Yeah.
Well, what makes me sick is the fact that Milan Skriniar is signing for PSG on a free, and I'm there thinking, why don't we do these shrewd businesses where we're signing the top quality players on a free transfer? You know, why wasn't we in talks with Skriniar to replace Maguire, who's going to be sold in the summer? Why? Makes me sick, man.
Me. And Theo here says, what's your thoughts on the incoming Sabitzer? We discussed it earlier, but we'll discuss it again.
Rewind.
Just rewind. Don't know a lot about, just to summarize, I don't know a lot about him, but I know he's an improvement of what we have. And with the Eriksen injury, we needed a midfielder. So I'm over the moon. Only a loan deal, 6 months. Happy about it. The reports I hear from people in the chat tell me he's a good player, so I'm with him. And he's a ball carrier. I'm looking forward to seeing how Ten Hag utilizes him. And it's something different we don't have if he is a ball carrier. So I'm with it. But if you want more, Theo, just rewind. But that's just a quick summary of what I think. Oh, did Isco didn't even pass his? He failed his medical at Union Berlin today. So it's just.
But I saw him sign.
It. Yeah, man is saying he's done.
I know he's done, but I've seen him sign.
No, man is saying he's done. Like in
no. I know. As in, he's dust. Yes, I know he's done for a while, but I'm just saying, as an example, why didn't Manchester United go for him? You know. I know he's got a couple of injury problems, but I'm just saying, why didn't Manchester United go for a top quality player like that? You know, he's still a quality player regardless. You know, he can still produce something. Yeah, I'd rather have Isco than McTominay. I'll be honest with you. But I know what Isco can do, and I already know what McTominay can do. And what Isco can do is far better than what McTominay can do, as an example. So yeah, but yeah, even Yuri Tielemans. Make an inquiry.
I would have took Tielemans. I definitely would have took Tielemans 100% on loan. Yes. Why would you not? I would have been on the Jorginho deal, unpopular opinion. I would have took him from Chelsea. 100%. And they probably would have been more willing to do business with us than Arsenal. Jorginho would have been, and again, people, I'm not saying don't sign Sabitzer. I'm saying it should be Sabitzer and Jorginho, or Sabitzer and Tielemans, or Sabitzer and Hassam. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine, why is it one? I don't get it. Like, we need more than one. So what happens if Sabitzer gets injured in the first game? We're back to square one. So why not go and stop being, again, back to what we were talking about with Valentine's Day, even though it was running bands. Stop being so Stop reacting to stuff. Stop being reactive and be proactive. Salute, you know what I'm saying? Prevention is better than cure. You know what I'm saying? My mom always told me that prevention is better than cure. Don't wait till you're sick to start looking after your body. How about you start looking after your body now? That's something I actually need to take and start looking after my body more. But you understand my overall point, people. I'm saying, make sure you get your vitamins and all them things there in it, and be eating healthy and all that, so your body is less likely to break down. Don't wait for it to break down to start taking care of it. Like if you're overweight, don't wait. You know what I'm saying? And that, so you can't get up the stairs. You know what I'm saying? And that, to like, all right, let me lose weight. Start losing weight now. Feel me? But here we are, people. Let's see what's going on. Still 50 over 50 of you lot locked in, which is big. Get your final few questions in before me and Ivorian close out. Again, the votes is still going on. How many votes? We had 39 votes. Still not one vote for Bruno.
I'm shocked, but I can understand in it. I know what channel I'm on in it.
This guy in it. All right, make sure you run it. Yeah, when you go live on your channel, you run it. Let me know. I
don't think anyone will vote for Bruno right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's be real, man. For what Aaron Wan-Bissaka's done in a couple of games where we thought he was done out here, we thought he was dead. But let's come back from the grave and show some stellar performances. And Casemiro is Casemiro. Do you get me? Like, and what Rashford's been doing is amazing, you know, and it's been consistent. So compare that to all those three players to Bruno. What Bruno's done, all Bruno's done is to score 2 goals. And that's about it. And compared to the others, yes, I can understand. But my player of the month is Casemiro for January.
Yeah, I voted Casemiro. But Rashford's currently leading now, 49%.
Which is understandable.
Rashford, 4% Casemiro, 5% Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and a whopping 0% Bruno Fernandes. 90 Nell says, Bruno is garbage, man. I'm tired of this lad. I'm going to say it's garbage, but he can be frustrating. He can be frustrating, 100%. Jez says, remember how everyone said Liverpool was serious getting Gakpo done so early? Now United have done the same amount of business as them. Do you say because we got Weghorst and we got so we done more business, we got Weghorst, and we're looking like we're signing Sabitzer as well. 2 players we needed. I just hope we do more business. However, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt we do. In terms of the like check, people, we are at 83 likes. We are 7 short of 90. Let's go 90 likes, people. Let's go 90 likes before we close out the stream. And the subscriber check as well. We were 4 short. I'm just clicking the refresh button right now to see if we are still 4 short, or if we're closer to that 5,080. That's what we're looking for. 5,080 people. We're still 4 short. We are still 4 short. But Ivorian, yeah. While we wait for some more questions to come in from the people, like I said, keep them Manchester United related. We drew West Ham in the FA Cup 5th round. So actually, you can start either place, either the FA Cup or Carabao Cup. So you can go with the Carabao Cup.
Let's start with the Carabao Cup.
If you want to go Carabao Cup, I'll say so. The second leg tomorrow against Nottingham Forest, we're 3-0 up from the first leg, and a potential final, which will most likely be Newcastle United. Your thoughts on both of them?
First of all, we'll go into Wembley. I'm telling you that for now, because we're 3-0 up. What's there to do now? We're at Old Trafford at home, so technically we can rest some players and make some changes to the starting lineup, and probably should be enough to see the game through and win. So even if there is a McFred playing in midfield, I feel like it should be enough to beat Nottingham Forest, even if it's just a draw to go through, man. And that will be what we needed. And again, compared to the previous guy that needed Viagra to go past semis, this guy here, Erik ten Hag, doesn't need Viagra to go past these semis, bro. You feel me? Like, first season, and we're hitting the final, bro. Even his first match, he won a trophy. Even if it's pre-season, his first match, he won a trophy, bro. I remember that, bro, against Liverpool. You get me? So that's how you know this guy is too good, bro. I love this manager, you know? That bald head, I love him, bro. And again, the FA Cup game at West Ham that we drew at Old Trafford, I expect it to go through. It should be an easy one for us. It's going to be a tough game because no game is easy, but it should be easy for us to get through to the next round, especially playing at Old Trafford. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We always seem to be drawing these Premier League teams in the FA Cup, and it's always been like that historically.
Yeah, it's liberties, and people have the cheek to say we got easy draws. I was looking at like Fleetwood or Wrexham or Grimsby. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for a home tie against one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was looking for. In regards to it, the home tie against Forest tomorrow, like, that's a non-contest to me. That's a non-contest. We'll do the business. We're 3-0 up. I want to see wholesale changes. I want to see Sancho in the side. I want to see Martial get minutes. Sabitzer, if he's here, I want to see him get minutes. Dalot, if he's back, give him minutes. The likes of Lindelof and Maguire, give minutes. McTominay, give minutes. Garnacho, also give minutes. Palestri, I'd like to see. Like, I'm trying to see wholesale change. So we see the team. It's like, right, he made 10 changes. Made 11 changes. Because we got a big game at home to Crystal Palace in the Premier League to start off a stacked month of February. Stacked month of February, including Premier League games, Carabao Cup final, and the Europa League game as well. The Europa League tie against Barcelona, which is 2 legs. So yeah, with that, we'll get past Forest tonight. Oh yeah, I'm doing a watch along for that game as well. Second leg of Newcastle United versus Southampton. That'll be live on the Twitch though. It's not on the YouTube. That's live on the Twitch. Go download the Twitch app. Go follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, because you don't get the same content on the Twitch that you do on the YouTube. You know, like you have BBC One, BBC Two. That's what it's like. Like you have Sky Sports Main Event and Sky Sports News. You don't get the same content on both. So that's what it is on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. So head over there, people, for that tonight. We'll go live 10 minutes before kickoff. I don't think Southampton have a prayer. I think Southampton, here's how little chance I think Southampton have. They have as much chance as going through as Nottingham Forest do. I think it's 0% pretty much. It's like 0. I think Southampton have like a 1% chance. I watched that game in the first leg. They're a horrible team in terms of just being terrible. They're bottom of the league for a reason. And Newcastle missed some great chances. They're 1-0 up, and they're going to, by 20 minutes, the game's going to be over. Tie's going to be over, game over. I'm hoping I'm wrong, though, because I'd rather play Southampton in the Carabao Cup final. As for the final, it will be tough playing Newcastle because they're one of the best sides in the Premier League, defensively stronger, and they have other players going the other way who can hurt you. However, I think we're a better side, and I think we'll do the business against Newcastle. And I fully expect this time next month, well, not this time next month because there's no 31st of February, but I fully expect after next month that Manchester United have won a Carabao Cup. We've won our first trophy in 6 years, and Ten Hag has won his first trophy. As for the FA Cup, it's not the best draw, but it's not the worst draw. We could have got City away. We could have got Brighton away, which is much tougher than West Ham at home, who have been poor all season. West Ham are going to give us a game, yes, but you're always glad to get a home draw in cup competitions. And I've been banging on about wanting Manchester United to get favourable draws in these competitions, and we have. And the way the Carabao Cup's gone, the FA Cup's gone in a very similar way. A very, very similar way. Because we've seen Arsenal go out, we've seen Chelsea go out, we've seen Liverpool go out, Newcastle have gone out. All out of the FA Cup. City and Spurs, Brighton, you can put as the 3 other best teams in there. I need to actually check who they drew. Let me actually check. I know City got an easy draw. I think they got Bristol away or something like that. But I can't remember who else everyone got. But here's hoping more Premier League sides go out. And if we do get past West Ham, which I expect, then what's it called? Then we're into the FA Cup 6th round. Then we're into a quarter final. And again, it's all on the favourable draw as well. Because I'm having a look here now at the matches. So we've got Birmingham, Birmingham. Oh, yeah, it's a 4th round replays. So yeah, this is Birmingham, Blackburn Rovers. That's today. Then you've got Grimsby versus Luton, Fleetwood versus Sheffield Wednesday, Burnley, Ipswich, Sheffield United, Wrexham, Sunderland, Fulham. There's no teams there that I wouldn't mind facing. They're the 4th round replays, and then the 5th round you got Southampton who are in there. We don't know who they're going to play yet. Bristol, Manchester City, Manchester United, West Ham, Stoke City, Brighton, and then Spurs have an away tie as well. So you're looking at it like, all right, you like that. Spurs were away from home. Yeah, that's good. Leeds are away from home. Southampton are at home. I'd fancy us against any of these sides. Stoke City at Brighton, and they got an away tie as well. And Spurs got Sheffield Wednesday or Sheffield United or Wrexham. So yeah, that's legit how I'm looking at it. Favorable. So I'm expecting us to go far and at least make the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Even if we were to draw City away in the 6th round, I'm confident of facing anybody. I really am. But give Ten Hag his props to getting us to a semi-final of the Carabao Cup and getting us into that final at the first time of asking. Go win the Carabao Cup. That legit can be a springboard for the rest of the season. And if we don't win it, I'll be pissed. Go win that trophy. Gets that 6-year monkey off our back in terms of that. Can instill a winning mentality into the team as well. And it helps Ten Hag so much. That does wonders for his confidence. Like, oh, what I'm doing is working. And now I have a trophy to back that up. And we're on for 2 other trophies. We can legit do a cup treble. Let's not mistake that, people. Do I think we will do it? No. But it's on the cards. I can't believe I'm here talking about, I think we win at least 2. At least, people. Hear what I just said? At least 2. I'm saying we win the Carabao Cup, and then the FA Cup and Europa League are there. They're there to be won. I look at the competition. We look at the teams I just listed. Obviously, you got City there. You got Brighton there. That's pretty much it that you go, yeah, it's very tough. Same with the Europa League, Barcelona. Yeah, we're probably 1 and 2 favorites for that competition. Juventus are going through what they're going through. Let me have a look at Europa League. Let's see. What are you saying about the Europa League, Ivorian?
It depends on how Barcelona form is currently at this present until when we get to February. And it depends on how Manchester United themselves have developed as a squad, especially with Sabitzer added to the midfield. But again, I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm hoping Manchester United can go all the way. I'm hopeful that we can knock out Barcelona, although it's going to be a tricky side because at the end of the day, Barcelona are still a top team, still a good side, and can have our number any day of the week. And we know that for sure. And the level where we are at the moment with our squad development, it doesn't compare to where Barcelona is with their squad development. They've got a lot of good players in their team. And we still trying to find ourselves as well. We got some players that are just not that good compared to the Barcelona players. I'm hopeful that we can go through. I'm hopeful we can get something, especially away at Nou Camp and most importantly at Old Trafford. So I'm hopeful, man. When we first drew it, I felt like, oh, it's a bit of trouble. We may get knocked out. You never know. But as weeks went on for Manchester United in terms of the way we're performing, I'm more hopeful and I'm happy. I think we can do something against Barcelona. And once we knock out Barcelona, I believe we can go all the way to the final.
Yeah, because I'm looking here now, and we're going to read, before we close out, people, we will redirect to Carefree Lewis G's channel. So big up to Lewis every single time. I'm looking here. This is Europa League. So obviously us and Barcelona is one of the ties. You got Salzburg and Roma, Ajax and Union Berlin, Shakhtar Donetsk and Rennes, Sevilla PSV, Sporting versus Midtjylland, Juventus Nantes, and Leverkusen Monaco. Of course, there's more teams who won their group. But those teams, there's nobody I fear. Roma are Roma. Ajax just sacked their manager. Like, I don't know what Juventus are going through it. There's no teams I look at and go, yeah, I don't want to face them. And I fully expect us to get past Barcelona. Yeah. I've been saying this. I fully expect us to get past Barca, but that's just me. And Abdullah here says Manchester United have also asked about Fiorentina's Amrabat. Wait, is he the midfielder? Amrabat.
Didn't he play for like Leicester or something like that?
Amrabat. Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah, are you sure?
Amrabat. Let me see.
Maybe
he says this is a source from
Maybe he's probably from Morocco or something like that. I don't know, but I remember Amrabat.
Yeah, I was thinking Morocco.
Some black guy or something like that. Oh, I don't know.
Yes, it's an Amrabat. Let us know. Yeah, Jez is saying yes. Hey, big up to Westbrook is going as well. Yeah, Amrabat. Okay, so we're gonna get more links, people. Chris says, hey, people don't want to talk about this. I thought anybody could manage Ajax to a league title. Their manager.
Yeah, they just sacked their manager. And they said that it was easy to win in the Dutch league. Yep. No, it shows how good Erik ten Hag is. Thank you. Well, thank you, Chris.
Legit. That's what it is. Well, so yeah, man. Oh, Jez is saying it's a different Amrabat, not the one who was in England. Which Amrabat is it that we've been linked with? This one. Oh, it's Sophie. Oh, you put the name in it. I should have read that. All right, let me see. Yeah, this is the one he plays for. Yeah, Fiorentina. Did he play for Barcelona? They're saying, hey, he's 26 years old. All right. Well, we'll see, because we're gonna get linked to a lot of players, people. And don't forget as well, midnight, the ManDem United podcast meets the Analysis at Anfield podcast. One of the many crossover shows we do. So it's myself and Saint talking all things Manchester United and Liverpool. So Liverpool fans, make sure you're there midnight tonight. It's on the upcoming live stream schedule. Don't forget as well, 7:50 p.m. That's when we'll go live on the Twitch for the Newcastle United versus Southampton Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. That watch along will be on the Twitch. And Jess says he's a ball-winning midfielder. I'm with it. I'm fully with it. Like 100%. Go get me bodies. You know what I'm saying? I tweeted out before the Franklin Saint meme from Snowfall. And it's like him, her, bodies. Yes, that's who I want Manchester United to sign. Him, her, bodies. That's what we need. So yeah, we're gonna close out anyway. Love to everyone that has locked in. Get your final few questions in. We'll close out in the next 2-3 minutes. Yo, the poll is close though.
Yeah, poll is absolutely close. I was about to say is that Casemiro is now heading and leading by just about 2%.
2%. He's at 49%. Rashford at 47%. Wan-Bissaka at 4%, and
Bruno's
guy
still
Bruno at 0%. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm
guy
embarrassed,
Bruno not
bro.
doing well.
I'm embarrassed, bro. I'm about to say who's that? Who's Bruno, bro? I don't know.
I don't know. And we're one short of 90 likes, people. Let's do that. Let's get up to 90 likes. We're one short. There's over 50 of you lot still locked in. Get your final few questions in before me and Ivorian close out. Because this is the last ManDem United till Thursday, people. You get ManDem Uniteds Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays all the time at 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. here on the YouTube channel. You can catch Ivorians on Tuesdays. Eddie, who's in the chat, you catch him on Friday editions. But you see Ivorian and Eddie crossover on different shows anyway, in regards to ManDem United, especially when big news breaks. And don't forget, we got all the crossovers as well. And the one tonight is with analysis at Anfield. You know what I'm saying? Myself and Saint talking all things Manchester United and Liverpool, people. But yeah, and let's see. Yeah, we've hit 90 likes. All right, big up to you lot. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to 95 people. Let's do that, because then it's gonna reach 100 after the show. This my screen just refreshing, and we still showing the subscriber check as well. Don't let me not forget this as well. If you want to be a moderator on the channel, people, if you want to be a moderator on the channel, let me know. I'm looking to put together a top mod squad. So if you're a regular and want to be a mod and help with the live streams here on Sarcasm City TV, drop your at in the chat, or send me a message on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll get at you and put us all in a group chat. And we're going to pattern that. Still fall short of 5,080. Hit the subscribe button as well when we've hit 90 likes. I think that's pretty much it. Ivorian. Anything else you want to add in regards to Manchester United, and let them know what you've got coming up, where they can find you and all that good stuff?
First of all, guys, it's been a great show today. You know, it's really been a good show today. What have I got coming up soon? Of course, tomorrow, the watch along on Red United TV for the Carabao game, and of course, this weekend we're back with Premier League watch along, and back again Monday again for the catch up, which is on Instagram. So make sure you guys follow Red United TV on Instagram. Tomorrow, another Women's Crush Manchester United post will be post up, and again, some people are here for only that as well, man, to be honest with you, and it's okay, I accept it. And also follow me personally, @Ivorian_Spice. But most important, just subscribe to Red United TV, subscribe here, smash the like button. And before we even leave, I would like to throw a quick fire question to Flawless before we cut.
Before you go, hold that question. Breaking news: Manchester United have made inquiry to Frankfurt about Kamado. I have no idea who that is.
I don't know that.
Jez just said that. I don't know. Let me do my Googles right now. We've been linked with like 4 players in the last 4 minutes. But I like
deadline day, baby.
It's deadline day, man. This is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. Let me see. Kamado. So Japanese player, Daichi Kamado. He is, let's see. He is 26 years old. I don't know anything else about attacking midfielder. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's saying there. Attacking midfielder. Jez, let me know if you know. Does anyone know anything more about him, Jez? I know this is your domain because he's in the Bundesliga, but let me know. I don't know anything about him, but I'm just happy with being linked with him. He's a number 10. Hey, if he's anything like Matoma, get him to Manchester United. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If he anything like that, I hope he took a degree in dribbling as well, just like my guy did, you know. The way he destroyed Liverpool, it was Messi-esque, bro. Goal. Remember that goal that Messi scored against Arsenal where he chipped the ball over the defender and then finished it off. But yes, my quick fire question to you is,
go on,
before we end the stream is rank these 4 defenders from 1 to 4 in terms of how great they are.
Go on.
Nemanja Vidic, Rio Ferdinand, Steve Bruce, Jaap Stam.
Jaap Stam number 1. Easy. Rio 2, because they're 2 make my all-time. That's my centre-back pairing that make my all-time United 11. Bruce was cold, but so was Vidic, and they're very similar. Yeah, how would Bruce cope with modern day as good as Bruce was? Vidic 3, Bruce 4. But that's no slight on Bruce. No slight on Steve Bruce. Like, there's not a big difference. That's close. I could have easily put Vidic for Bruce Free because they did out of their partnerships, they both did the same thing. Like the Bruce Pallister and Vidic Ferdinand.
Yeah,
Bruce and Vidic did the same role. They did the same job. They were the combative, aggressive one, and Pallister and Rio were the more ball playing ones. But yeah, that's what I would say. What was your for? What did you go with?
No. It's not for me. It's for you. Before we go to the end the stream, that's how I like to end the stream with you, bro. Quick fire questions. That's what they're talking about.
That's cool. Yes, I'm all for that. And Jez is saying didn't take a degree in dribbling, but he's a lovely player. Okay, it's gonna be interesting, people. It's gonna be interesting. United, we definitely probably when me and Saint do that show tonight, United might have signed some bits on. Hopefully, if we get another midfielder, title charge back on. That's all I'm saying. I'm joking, people. But treble's on. We signed 2 free players. Treble's on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And not the treble, but a treble. That's why I say a treble is on. But I believe a double is on currently right now. I'm gonna win a double. So in 10 out of 10 Hag, I trust, man. My manager. Everyone who was talking rubbish, Eric 10 months, all this rubbish, quiet. Everyone who was doubting Casemiro, quiet. Everyone who was doubting Martinez, quiet. Everyone who was doubting Varane, quiet. Everyone who was doubting Eriksen, quiet. Everybody who was doubting Malacia, quiet. And soon, Anthony will quieten you lot as well. Don't worry about it. When he's there with his 3 winners' medals at the end of the season, then what? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, love to everyone that's locked in. Big up to you lot. Like I said, and it just continue to support. We just went over 5K a couple days ago. It is now rolled to 6,000 subscribers. So yo, big up, much appreciated. Love to everyone that's locked in. We went over 90 likes. I'm saying we hit a couple of the subscriber marks. Much appreciated, people. Much appreciated. And this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in and head over to Lewis's channel, people. We're rating him. Big up.